Hello MDBL and welcome to week 4 of season 2 of the MDBL. Last week we did manage to pick up our first loss, which isn't great, but I'm actually kind of totally fine with that. Odds are we weren't gonna go 7-0 this season, and there's still another 4 weeks left in the season, and we've gotten 2 wins and only 1 loss, so our chances of playoffs are still really good. In the weekly rankings, we are in fact still number 3, despite that 1 loss, because quite a few of the other teams are 1 and 2. I think we're the only 2 and 1 team. Quickly, I'm going to give you an update on last week's game. Drudi-Dude, well, actually, this week, I should probably tell you about this week first. This week we're up against Drudi-Dude. Drudi-Dude is kind of the one in charge of this league this season. They kind of came in, they really wanted to do Metronome Draft League, and they said, hey, can I kind of like help lead this season with the Gaming Reboot? And the Gaming Reboot was like, yeah, and they're kind of leading this now, so that's really cool. So pretty much they're the person we have to thank for season 2 happening. So I'm very excited to so it's gonna be nice to go up against them. They have a decently scary team. They are currently 1 and 2. They got a week 2 win against Hydreigon, then they lost against Intrepid week 1, which there was no shame in losing against the previous champion in your first ever Metronome Draft League match, and then they were 2-0'd by Gaza in week 3, which was surprising because it was Gaza's first win, but like it's Metronome, it can go anyway, and Gaza got some insanely good moves during that match. It was definitely a lot of fun to watch. I can't remember if I watched it live or not. I don't think I watched that one live. Yeah. Anyway, quick update on the previous week matches if you're curious. First of all, I already mentioned Drudi-Dude was 2-0'd by Gaza, who is now, I think, at the number 5 seed. So he's actually pretty close to climbing into playoff contention. Dallas went up against the Gaming Reboot. Yes, Dallas went up against the Gaming Reboot, and Dallas picked up their first win. The Gaming Reboot is now the only team who's 3-0, but they made it to playoffs last time, so we cannot count them out. I can't remember, I think it was a 2-1 win, and they were very close games. And then, of course, there was Host versus me, and finally there was Intrepid versus Hydreigon, and Hydreigon won the first round, but then Intrepid won the subsequent 2. So Intrepid is still undefeated. This week they're going up against Host, and Host is also undefeated, so we'll see if Host can be the first ever person to beat Intrepid in a Metronome match. But we don't worry about that, we're worrying about our match this week. Up against Drudi-Dude, we are 2 and 1, they are 1 and 2. If we win this match, there are 3 weeks left after this, we have a really good chance, because 4 wins, I'm pretty sure, guarantees us a spot in playoffs. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it does. And we need 2 more wins to get that. If we win this week, we only need to win 1 of the remaining 3 weeks to get that spot in playoffs. However, well, there's not really a however, but if we lose this week, we have to win 2 of those remaining 3 weeks, which is definitely going to be more difficult, so I really want to get a win this week. Drudi-Dude desperately wants to win this week, because if they don't, they need to win all of their remaining matches to have a shot at playoffs. But anyway, yes, so that's what's going on this week. It's quite an important match to win, so let's look at the team. First of all, Cyclops. Cyclops has been consistently one of our best Pokemon. They didn't quite get MVP last week, that still goes to Aries, but Cyclops did really well in getting the Imprison, which pretty much secured us the round 2 win. Cyclops, so also Drudi-Dude's team. Sorry, I forgot about that. Gengar is terrifying, it's got Curse Body. Curse Body is not something you ever want to deal with in draft, especially Metronome Draft Leagues, because it's terrifying. Only 2 of the 3 Curse Body Mons were actually drafted this season, which I was kind of surprised about. We could have drafted one of them, the remaining one, but I decided not to, just because I had used Poltegeist Counterfeit in the last season, and I just didn't want. I wanted to use new Pokemon. But yeah, Gengar's probably the most terrifying Curse Body Pokemon. Really tough to deal with, and you just don't want to hit it. So we do have Velvet to deal with Gengar. Next they have Ludicolo and Politoed. These 2 actually work really well together. Ludicolo has Rain Dish and Politoed has Drizzles, so when they swap those 2 in, they have built-in leftovers for 4 turns on Ludicolo, which is pretty intense, especially in a Metronome, just having restoring move, like just having solid HP recovery. I think it's like a guaranteed quarter of Ludicolo's HP if it stays alive during all of those turns. And their final Pokemon is Kecleon. Kecleon has kind of butchered a few of their games. by self-destructing or just not getting very good moves. Kecleon is definitely probably their weakest member, but it still has protein, so it hits all its moves with stab, and its type changes constantly. So it's still very scary. Now, our team. Cyclops did really well last week. Pretty much single-handedly got us that first win against Host, so we've not been 2-0'd yet. Hopefully it won't happen. Knock on wood. So anyway, Dusknoir is Cyclops is going to be really good, very bulky this week, just taking hits, doing damage. Yes. Next up is Ares. Ares is the MVP. Ares has now gotten thumbnail twice, even though I'm still considering changing the week 2 thumbnail, even though it's been out for like 2 weeks now. Just because I think Velvet still deserves it. Ares with the we're not going to be running Vital Spirit this week. We're going to be running Flame Body. I think Flame Body is more important here because burning any of their team is great. It'll definitely weaken them quite a bit. They do not have a Guts Pokemon this week like they did, hosted last week, even though Ursaring, I think, did not get burned. But Ursaring might have gotten burned, even though we lost against Ursaring. I think it was the right choice not to have Flame Body, but now we're running Flame Body because there's no reason not to. Ares is going to have to be going up against their Rain team, which isn't great, but hopefully they can still do some good damage like they've been doing this whole time. Next up is Dwayne. Dwayne is the only Pokemon that has not made thumbnail on the team yet, which doesn't mean Dwayne is bad. Bengo Extendo took a really long time to get good on the team as well, and then was incredible in Season 1. And Dwayne is hopefully going to do really well. I have full confidence in Dwayne. They've actually had some good moments. They've gotten a solid chunk of kills. I really think Dwayne could do well this week. I really want to get the win. I think it's quite an important week to get a win. If we get the win this week, then we don't really need to mind for like the next week about getting the win. Dwayne is definitely very, very scary for their team. Being a rock ground type, we actually resist Gengar. However, if we're hit with any stab moves by Politoed or Ludicolo, we're in a lot of trouble. But hopefully, if this thing, like going up against normal moves, which is what mostly is fired off, Dwayne resists them. And Cyclops is immune. And finally is Velvet. Velvet is running Aroma Veil. The reason this is important is because Aroma Veil, if you can read that, I don't know if the cropping has gotten it out, but it means that protects users from Disable, and Curse Body is what it means. We cannot be Curse Bodied if Velvet is on the field, I'm pretty sure, which is incredibly awesome, because being Curse Bodied in draft sucks. So hopefully Velvet will come in absolutely clutch here and save us from ever being Curse Bodied. I'm pretty sure Drudi-Dude almost always leads with Ludicolo and Politoed. They have nicknames, but I don't know them. And so I think our plan is going to lead with Cyclops and Dwayne. And then hopefully Cyclops and Dwayne can take them out. Then once Gengar comes in, we bring in Velvet, and it's going to be Velvet versus... This match is going to be decided by Velvet versus Gengar. I think the rest of our team can deal with their 3, but that Gengar's a huge threat, and Velvet's going to have to be the one to deal with it. So Velvet, it's going to come down to you this week. I know you've pretty much saved us twice now, and are responsible for our other 2 wins, but we're going to need you to do it a 3rd time. Hard carry the team, Velvet. Okay, anyway, Victoria per nocere. I'm pretty sure that is our motto. I should still have it actually. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure though. I got it wrong last week and then we lost to host, so I need to know. I need to be correct. Victoria per nocere. I got it right. I'm so smart. Anyway, Victoria, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the match now. I won't keep you waiting any longer. It's a very long team battle. I need to make these shorter. But anyway, yeah. Victoria per nocere. Okay, we're in the match. Oh, I need to put like a fun in the chat. That's very important. Okay, so there's their team. There's the Gengar. Very, very scary indeed. Okay, the plan was to lead with Cyclops and Dwayne, right? We're gonna go with that plan. I am going to mute again. I'm gonna mute. If we lose this round, I'm gonna unmute because that might have just been the luck that we were getting. That was like that we needed. Okay, anyway, turn 1. They lead with exactly what we expected. They get Burning Jealousy. We do not have any stat boosts. Cyclops is now a water type. Cyclops is going to heal right back up to full. And Mega Punch onto the Bulldoze. I will take that as an absolute win. We are no longer immune to normal type moves though. Hopefully, like, as long as they don't get like a Hyper Beam or something, we should be fine. That was probably even worse than Hyper Beam. That also isn't great. Terrain Pulse isn't going to do very much because there's no terrain up. Stuffed Cheeks, okay. 2 times defense. I can live with that. We need to take out those things, though, because Cyclops is kind of being beaten quite badly. Dwayne 2, okay. Knock off, we don't have a Leper Berry, though, and we're no longer a Ghost type, so that's actually pretty good for us. Okay, so Tappy's going to be doing a lot less attack, and Santum's going to be whittling down that Politoad. I can live with that. I can live with that. Struggle Bug. Okay, both of our special attacks lowered. Spark, that's very bad. Absorb, that's gonna do nothing. Poison, 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 poison. Yes! Cyclops, okay. Once that rain is gone, which is pretty soon, that thing is gone. But we've been quite weakened right now. They're gonna Focus Blast, that's gonna take out Dwayne. Okay, they draw First Blood. I was gonna say, they draw Second Blood as well, but they do flinch us. And Poison's finally gonna start whittling down that thing. Okay, Ares, you're up. We still have Alcremie in the back to deal with Gengar. But Gengar's a scary Pokemon even if it doesn't have Cursed Body. That's gonna do a lot of damage! Ares coming in clutch right there, with probably the best possible time to use Eruption. And we just set up Drizzle, which isn't great, but Ludicolo is gonna go down to Poison, and Bulldozer is gonna go down to Santum. Okay, we actually managed just to take back the advantage there, which is very nice. So far, one thing I've noticed, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, was that every single time we've won, we lost the first game and then won the next 2. I'm pretty sure. So, hopefully, we win this one and we break that. Okay, Cyclops is going to go down immediately. Blue Flare, it does not, and we're going to burn Bapity. Incredible. Do not poison me. Do not poison me. Do not poison me. Yes, Ares. Okay. Well, time to bring out our... Okay, the plan worked perfectly. That Bapity's really weakened, and Velvet is here to take on the Gengar. That's everything we wanted. That is very scary. I do not like that. They are immune to that. Gravity, okay, everything is more accurate now. Scale Shot. That's going to do quite... Nope, that's not going to do very much. And their defense is dropped as well. Does anyone still have a move to do? No, okay, so... That Kecleon is the slowest thing on the field. Okay, they're going to lower Velvet's special attack. Cheetah Dance, everyone is confused. That's actually probably worse for Gengar with that +2 attack. Okay, so both of our Mons hit themselves in confusion. That isn't great. Come on, guys, I need you to do better than this. Tackle. Submission. Okay, that's not going to do very much because we're a Fairy type. Mud Shot, okay. It's now slower. Oh, yes! Ares coming in clutch this game. Gravity's still up. Okay, so, Gengar's no longer confused. Poison Jab, and Ares is going to go down. Velvet, it's all on you once again. That works. What is Bapity going to do here? Drill Peck, how much is that going to do? Not too much. Okay, Velvet, you've got to stop being confused here. It's going to come down to you not being confused now. Yes, exactly. Exactly! Zap Cannon! Velvet wins us the game exactly as we wanted Velvet to do. Velvet, thank you. Okay, that is only the first win, and we need to get another one. Let's hop into round 2. Okay, round 2. I'm gonna go with the same lead. I think they've led with Ludicolo and Politoad every time, so I think decent chance they're gonna do that again. Cyclops and Dwayne worked quite well together, but Ares definitely got MVP that match. Okay, we're actually muted this time. And they're gonna lead with Gengar. Okay, okay, that's... I wasn't expecting... Probably should have seen that one coming. And Bapity's also here, which is great. I'm gonna swap out somebody. I think I'm gonna swap out... Cyclops, actually. Nope. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Unless something very bad happens. Because we're gonna have that ability to swap out and get rid of the Cursed Body. Smart Strike, decent damage into Bapity. Okay, big hits into the Kecleon. I'm really glad that did not go into Cyclops, because that would have done a lot more. Okay, so, we did not hit that Gengar. Psychic Terrain, I don't remember what that does. That's going to do a lot of damage. And lower Gengar's special defense. 2, We were not curse bodied there. And they're gonna floral healing us. Right back up to... Okay then. I'm gonna stay in, actually. You know what? That's gonna be the plan. Yeah. Stay in. I don't know why I would even consider switching out. They're gonna go into Tappy here. Feather Dance. I'm gonna sneeze. Wait. Okay, Bapti's now stuck as a fairy type because we just changed their ability to simple. However, if they do get a setup move, that's going to be very bad for us. Bind, we are immune. We are now a poison type. Fire Punch, okay, decent hit on Bapti. They're going to coil, and they're going to do way more because they have simple. Okay, it's interesting to see a Ludicolo out here without Politoed by their side. Now the Ludicolo has applied pressure to our team. And now the Bapti is paralyzed. Bapti's down. Okay, one down. We are 3 Pokemon away from getting our first, Okay, they're going to start setting up for that Ludicolo. Okay. We're 3 Pokemon away from getting a 2-0. Pound, not very much. Echoed Voice, decent damage. They're going to guard swap. Close combat, that's going to be big. Dwayne is down quite a bit, though. I'm going to keep Dwayne in, because I think Dwayne should be fine. Smackdown. We do not have Levitate. Head Charge, we're immune. Okay. Fury Cutter, that's going to do a decent amount. And, okay, Dwayne's definitely staying in with that critical hit boost. Does that Tappy... Oh, Tappy lost Rain Dish because of the pressure. High Jump's going to miss. That's huge. I'm so sorry, Drudi-Dude. Heal Bell is going to fail. Not the kind of restoring move they need. Tappy probably... Fake Tears, okay. Now they are both very weak. Yeah. And they can't swap out both at the same time. Do I wanna... I'm gonna keep going in. I'm considering... They're gonna go out, okay. Blue Flare, that's gonna miss. A second miss. I'm so sorry, Drudi-Dude. But, Cyclone's gonna Dazzling Gleam, which is resisted by both of them, but a little bit of damage. Definitely more than it probably should have done... would normally do to Bulldoze, because of Bulldoze's, of course, lowered special defense. Bulldoze is going to set up Rockering. Bulldoze is not going down without a fight now. The Ghost type just... Okay, yeah, Bulldoze is planning on sticking around for a little bit. That does mean that they're not going to really have much of a chance to set up a Rain Dish again. Bullet Punch, solid chunk of damage onto Dwayne. Roar of Time, that's going to knock out Gengar. We got the crit again. Twister, and that thing's going to ally switch, but they do not have an ally to switch with. Okay, well, Cyclops and Dwayne are doing incredibly leading together. Dwayne does have to recharge this turn, but you know what, that's fine. I can live with that after taking out that Gengar. Force Palm, who's that? I was looking away. Tappy used it, but Tappy is confused. I totally lost track of that turn. Tappy used Force Palm onto Dwayne. Dwayne recharged. Cyclops used Supersonic onto Tappy, confused Tappy. Then Bulldoze used Waterfall onto Cyclops and did a decent chunk of damage. Does Cyclops still have... Yeah, Cyclops still has that Leper Berry. So does Dwayne. Just because they've been fighting for so long. Okay, Ludicolo is going to hit itself in confusion. Fury Attack. We hit twice. Eerie Spell. I still don't know what that does. Wild Charge. That's going to do quite a bit. Okay, nothing too bad happened that turn. Fusion Bolt off of the Tappy is going to land. Poison Fang. And Tappy's just down. Dwayne, yes. And Cyclops is going to Ingrain. And Bulldoze is going to be paralyzed. Okay, this is looking quite good for us. Drudi-Dude, I'm really sorry about this. Okay, we're going to dig. Body Slam, solid chunk of damage. And they've imprisoned. Okay. I could swap out here to try to... Okay, the imprison is actually kind of big. I think I'm going to swap out here to try to reserve differential. Sorry to try to get the 4-0 against you, Drudi-Dude, but I have to at least try. Dig, solid chunk of damage. They're fully powered. Who's faster? 126. 202. Okay, Aries should knock this thing out. Yeah. Does Aries do it? No! We're gonna lose Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne's gonna go down. Oh, I wanted to get the 4-0 just for the differential, but we did get a 2-0 win, so I really cannot complain there. That was our best game. The team knew that we needed to get a win to have a good chance of playoffs after that loss last time, and we just proved that we are still a threat. Thank you for the game, Drudi-Dude. Thank you for controlling the league for us mostly. We actually also, ODF myself, has done quite a bit to help the league. I just want to throw that in there now that we've won, now that I owe him nothing. No, I don't. I owe him quite a lot. Anyway, yes, I'm pretty sure Aries or Dwayne gets MVP. I think I should probably give it to Dwayne, because Dwayne did just kind of hard carry us there. Anyway, yes. Thank you all for watching. We are now 3-1, which is a really great differential for us. See what happens when we get our logo correct. Next week, I'm not sure who we're up against. One more win out of the next 3 weeks, and we are locked into playoffs. With Host, who no, Host hasn't locked into playoffs yet, but they've currently gotten 3 wins, and Intrap has also gotten 3 wins. But Host and Intrap are playing each other this week, so I don't know who's going to win that. And whoever does is locked into playoffs. And I think, no wait, that's wrong. I was going to say we play the loser, but we've already played Host. So if Host loses, Intrap is just still undefeated. I think I might have already mentioned that in this video, actually. Yes. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all week 5 for hopefully the match that locks us into playoffs. But we will see, I guess. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a dog-tastic day. I will see you all in the next one, and ODF out. Goodbye.